Good morning. I'm going to be starting something new today called Monday Vlog, and this is going to be in place of the link up vlogs that I usually post every single week. And I decided to do it this way because it's a lot easier for me to organize my thoughts this way than it is for me to actually have to write it out. So today's vlog, first vlog, is 3 things that my children need. And I'm sure that some of you will probably find yourself in some of these things that I have to share today. And because I imagine that the needs that my children have are not unique to just our family. So the first thing that my children need is a mom who places a priority on God, putting God in the first place in her life. And in our home, this means that I need to be modeling Christ for my children. I'm not obviously and not wanting to become the next Beth Moore or Kay Arthur, somebody who's going to be a spiritual example and a spiritual giant for other people. I'm not looking to be a spiritual giant for other people. I want to be a spiritual giant for my children. I want to be a spiritual model for my children. And so that means that I need to find time to have time with the Lord every single day. Even if at this season in our life that looks a little bit different than what it might look like in 10 years. This means that I need to find ways to fill my home with praise and worship, that I need to live a disciplined life, placing a bridle on my tongue, that I'm not gossiping about my children or my friends' children, that I'm not speaking negativity all the time. I need to watch what I say in front of my children because I'm going to be an example of Christ for them. This also means that I need to be disciplined in controlling my thoughts and my emotions, in not allowing my thoughts to run away with me and my emotions to not having continual emotional highs and lows. But I need to live my life in a disciplined way that shows them that I'm modeling Christ in front of them, and that I'm actively serving. They need to see me actively serving in the church. They need to see me actively serving at home. And so that needs to be a first priority in my life, to be placing God as the first priority in my life. Obviously, then my second priority is my family and my home. And my children really need to see that they are a priority in my life, that the home is a priority in my life. If other things, hobbies, service, if things outside of the family and outside of the home are beginning to overtake my life, and I am not able to lead my home and my family in an orderly way, then I need to learn, I need to find ways to cut back in those areas, because my family needs to have me engaged with them, active with them, so that I am engaged in their life, that we are doing things together and not just seeing mom's back while she's engaged in Pinterest or on Facebook or even blogging, instead of spending time with them. I was really struck by a picture that sometimes you see on Pinterest or on Facebook of children who are tugging on their mom's skirt while she's sitting at the computer desk with her head buried in the computer, looking at Pinterest or reading blogs or looking at Facebook. And sadly, for even sometimes I have found myself doing the same thing, but my family needs to see me engaged in their life. They need to have me and not just other things. They also need to have an affectionate mom, mom that knows how to give hugs and kisses and give praise instead of constantly criticizing them for wetting their pants for the 15th time today or what have you. They need to have a mom that's fun, a mom that knows how to allow her house to get dirty, which is probably one of my biggest flaws, is that I like to have a nice orderly home, and so I have a hard time sometimes doing funner things with my children, like painting and things that are messy, because I'm always afraid to make a mess in my home. But they need that. My children need that. They also need a mom who knows how to give grace, because while we run our home in a routine, we have a basic routine that we run every single day. There are some times when grace needs to be given, especially in our family with Zlatko working his shifts. When he's on third shift, then we need a lot of grace and flexibility, because a lot of things are not going to get done that week. They don't necessarily need a mom who's super creative. I look at Pinterest pictures and I see homes that are just so beautiful, and people that are doing all these DIY projects and refurbishing all of their furniture and everything, and that's not me. That's not something I'm able to do. And sometimes I tend to get down on myself, and I tend to get down on my home, and forget that my children don't need a home that looks like that. They need a home that's filled with joy and peace and love. And these are things that my children need. The last thing that my children need is a mom who also places a priority on herself. Sometimes we forget to do this. We're so busy taking care of our family, we're so busy taking care of our home, that sometimes we forget about ourselves. And this is not a selfish thing. This is actually another way of giving to our family. A mom who's willing to get up a little bit earlier to do her hair, even if it's a simple ponytail like what I have today, who's willing to put on a little bit of makeup. It only takes a few minutes to throw on a little bit of foundation and powder, mascara, and some lipstick. A woman who's not going to live in sweats all day, just like what you saw in a recent blog that I posted about throwing out all of my sweats and t-shirts and learning to, do something a little bit nicer for my family. My family also needs a mom who's going to be active, who's going to exercise and take care of herself, a mom who's going to take care of herself by, taking good vitamins and eating healthily. And these are things that my family need, because my family needs a mom who's healthy, who has vitality, a mom who looks nice, a mom who knows how to take care of herself, and remember to give a little bit to herself, because in giving to myself, I'm also giving to my family. And so these are 3 things that my children need, and I'm sure that I could add to this list. I'm sure I could go on and make this even a vlog series of things that my children need. But these are just simple 3 things, and some simple things under those 3 categories that I feel that my family need. And so why don't you, on the comment section, share some things that you think that your family needs and some things that your children need from you. Bye-bye.